time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
Welcome in, everyone, on this Wednesday night. Hey, we're over halfway there now towards the weekend. Tomorrow is Thursday, and today we didn't set any records. We came in for a high of 82 out at the Jackson Airport. That's going to be a record was set this day in history. Back 2007, it was 84 degrees, so we didn't manage to do that today, but still quite warm as we went up to 82 degrees. All right, let's take a look right now. 68 outside right now in Savannah. We got a light wind out of the south-southwest, about 6 miles per hour. Looking good in Memphis, coming in at 72, a light south breeze. And here in Trenton, 72 degrees as well. And here in Paris, coming in at 68 with that south wind, about 9 miles per hour. It is fabulous out there. We went out for a few minutes on the back porch at my place, and that breeze blowing and temperatures dropping through the 70s. We don't get too many evenings like that, not here in West Tennessee. Let's go ahead and take a look at the area temperatures. So we've got 68 right now in Union City, 68 right now in Camden, Trenton coming in at 72, Ripley at 72. Let's see, we've got Covington at 73, 70 in Summerville right now, and 70 in Henderson and Selmer. So temperatures are right there close to that human comfort zone this evening. And when you factor that little breeze in there and the lower humidity, it's really going to be nice if you're stepping out late this evening. Well, let's take a look at our surface mount. We're going to warm it on up even a little more tomorrow. We'll be about 85 for the high. Some of that very hot heat stays just back to the south and west, but some of that will start to expand over. That warm front that's been lifting through the area, it's going to be all the way to the Great Lakes here, and then this cold front out here with cool air, it's going to start to come our direction, and it'll be bringing a few showers and thunderstorms in here by the time we get to Friday. We'll talk about that on Futurecast, but in the meantime, too, tomorrow we'll see likely a little bit of a severe weather outbreak right through parts of the Ohio Valley into West Virginia, right through here. We expect some big storms, but those will stay well north of us. We'll get kind of the leftovers of the dying storms, which will come through here on Thursday. No precipitation in the immediate area right now. It's been very dry throughout a lot of the lower 48. So nothing real organized, but that's coming tomorrow. This is the big setup. 3 out of 5 risk here across parts of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. Then you've got the surrounding areas in that yellow, that 2 out of 5, and then that marginal risk. But all of this kind of concentrated throughout this area. It's going to be north of us here in West Tennessee. So this is going to be our second, actually our third event we've seen up there. But as we see the cooler air dropping in closer to us, down the road, we're going to still have to contend. We're still early in severe weather season yet. Futurecast, here's those storms tomorrow. Here's the day, the time. You can see some of those coming through Thursday evening. Then I'm zooming in here because we're going to go into Friday. Here we are about noon, and then right into the noontime through about 7 p.m. You can see those are kind of weakening as they come through, like Union City down to the Tennessee River. But I think shortly after 7 o'clock on Friday evening, all of the showers will start to move out very quickly, and then we're going to be in for a big time cool down as we head into Saturday. And we're talking about colder than it's been in a while. We'll be in those upper 30s to start off our Saturday. You'll want a jacket if you're heading out to, say, the antique car show or going out on the motorcycle. For sure, bundle up because it's going to be cold in the morning. All right, so let's take a look at our area temperatures across the lower 48. You can see we have really moderated the map here. This looks a lot like it did right there before this last weekend when we set those 2 big records. We could wind up setting a record tomorrow. We expect that there will be some isolated areas going up to about 87. In that case, we could knock out some of those records. Well, let's go ahead and take a look into the rest of the forecast because it's going to be quite interesting. Not so much tonight. We see a few little showers there to the north of us, but back at home, all nice and clear out there. It's just been beautiful. You could see such a distance throughout this evening, all the jets going across the sky. And I know Dana and me were trying to identify, well, we saw a plane with a jet with the contrail going forward, but we also noticed this round object much further up into the atmosphere. And I said, well, that looks like maybe a satellite or something. But then we got to noticing it was kind of following the jet that was at a lower elevation, and it just followed it all the way. So I said, maybe it's one of our officials being escorted by a fighter jet. Who knows? But anyway, the fact is you could see way out there. Great visibility here lately. So let's get into tonight, dropping into those 60s, and by morning we'll be about 62 out there at the bus stop. Not really enough to have a jacket on. So we have literally stepped up since Monday. We have gone up like 10 degrees or so each morning. So a big jump in those overnight lows. So last night it was about 52. This coming morning it'll be about 62. And then looking at the couple of nights ago, it was 42. So gotta love this time of the year. Even the nighttime lows fluctuate drastically at times. So heading out to the bus stop should be a nice start to the morning there. 62, some sunshine, about 85 there as the buses roll in about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And some of you will top out about 87, especially south of I-40. You've got a better shot at that. So we'll go with 85 for general here, then 62 for tomorrow night, back to 74 on Friday. And then again, those showers come in, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. Your better chances of thunder are going to be across the northern counties, but should be weak thunderstorms. We're not anticipating severe. They'll be weakening as they come through. From about 12 noon to the north, the I-40 corridor, generally around 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, to the Tennessee River around 6 to 7 p.m. as we saw there on Futurecast. Then waking up to about 38 on Saturday, 61 for the high on Saturday afternoon. So it'll kind of be chilly too in the afternoon. If you're headed out on the water, yeah, you might want a jacket heading off out there. But we'll go back to 41 for Saturday night and back to a very pleasant day for Sunday, about 74 for the high. And then we're going to crank it back up again, 78 on Monday, back to the low 80s Tuesday and Wednesday. And as we mentioned at 5 o'clock, we are watching a more powerful system unfolding towards the Easter weekend coming up. That's a long way out, but models are continuing to reflect that, and you may be hearing about that in the near future. But again, I wouldn't worry so much about it this far away. Timing and all of that could change this far out. But just wanted to throw that out there. You'll get more updates well ahead of any severe weather or any storms coming up should they try to interfere with Easter weekend. We'll let you know. All right, have a great evening, everyone. This has been meteorologist Brian Davis for West Tennessee Weather Network.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.